Recently, I bought a new Dell laptop with just few clicks on Dell website. The buying process was smooth, swift and speedy. The features, specification and review of each product enabled me to make quick decision. I checked out Dell's product on its website, selected product of my choice and made payment. The laptop is expected to be delivered to my location in next 15 days. Here, while selecting product, I made decision based on ad targeted to cater to my specific requirement. Product information available on Dell's website and other users' review which are posted on web. No middlemen or salesmen were involved in concluding the sales. This business model is referred to as direct selling business model. By reaching out directly to customer, Dell is more accurately able to understand customers' needs. Direct selling refers to a scenario whereby company's products are not sold through intermediary channel, but they are made directly available from manufacturer to its customer. In this way, the company skips the retail margin or any additional cost associated with intermediary. This saving can be forwarded to customer and a standardized sales experience is established. Additionally, such close contract can also help to improve customer relationship. Let's explore some example of direct selling business model. Lego, a toy company. Lego provides its product to customer on self-service basis through network of Lego stores which are physical stores and online store. Through this channel, customers are able to purchase product from company directly. Online purchase can be completely autonomous without interacting with Lego representative, while physical store allows company to provide a greater degree of personal care to customer during sales process. Further, Lego conducts exhibition of complicated Lego construction consisting of thousands of individual Lego parts, thereby attracting customer to its website and stores. Airline companies like Ryanair, American Airlines encourages its customer to book tickets directly through its website instead of third-party travel agency. This allows them to cash in the retail margin on their own. American Express markets its credit card directly to end customer with targeted advertising at events, in publication or via direct emails. The main advantage of direct selling business model is that it is widely established. It cuts out middlemen and interact directly with customer. This provides company precise control on entire sales process by keeping tab on customer needs, tracking their changing needs, optimizing the internal coordination of sales with marketing, production and other function. Friends, share your views in comment section below. Where have you noticed application of direct selling business model or any variant of this pattern? Looking forward. You go to any e-commerce website and search for the products. You will notice a section on website people who bought this also bought this. Have you noticed after every order that you place at our McDonald's outlet, the salesperson would invariably ask you, would you like fries with that? Even when you connect with a person on LinkedIn, it shows a list of person you may know. All the above example highlights cross-selling business model. Here, retailers are offering product and services beyond a customer's requirement. Retailers are trying to educate customer about related products, offer complementary product or enhance customer experience. But the ultimate objective of retailer is to encourage existing customer to buy more. From customer's perspective, cross-selling benefit lies in deriving more value from single source, thus saving on time and cost of searching additional products. When offering additional products and services, it is important that customer satisfaction is maintained to ensure that dissatisfied customers do not move away from original product as well. Let's see some more variant of this model. Lufthansa offers its customer in-flight shopping experience an option to buy from Lufthansa's World Store using Travel Mile. This allows Lufthansa to increase revenue from its customers who have significant purchasing power with non-flight related products. IKEA offers cheaply priced furniture. However, its physical stores also offers lot of other products related to home and living. Some IKEA stores also have a supermarket and restaurant. The Airbnb started with offering a marketplace for accommodation. Later, it added experience and restaurant category to its website. It allows customer to book experiences like sightseeing tours, cooking classes, and various cultural activities through its Airbnb website. In all the above example, we've seen that the products sold are not linked to main industry like Lufthansa selling merchandise, IKEA offering grocery, Airbnb adding sightseeing to its listing. But the additional revenue is generated with relatively few changes to the existing infrastructure and assets. Thereby, more potential customer needs are met. Friends, share your views in comment section below. Where have you seen the application of this pattern or any variant of this pattern? Two places that I love visiting regularly are Starbucks and Crossword. Starbucks outlet near my home provides a wide range of food and beverages to choose from. Also, Wi-Fi, relaxing music, a cozy atmosphere and a comfortable furniture makes my each visit a unique Starbucks experience. This unique experience had made me and my friend loyal customer of Starbucks. My visit to Crossword are not just to get books at discounted price. I get opportunity to read few pages of books at my pace before buying it. An opportunity to attend book launch and celebrity book signing event. Crossword also offers wide varieties of toys, games, gifts and music to choose from. In both the above mentioned cases, apart from buying the core product, which is coffee or book, I enjoyed overall shopping experience which made me frequently visit these shops. In this case, the value of core product or service, which is coffee or book, is increased because of overall customer experience offered with it. This business model is called experiential selling business model. This unique customer experience led to higher customer demand and commensurate increase in prices charged. Let's explore some example of experiential selling business model. Posh experience centers let customer explore car model and associate positive emotion and fosters affection before purchase decision is made. Red Bull has associated itself with extreme sports like Formula 1, motocross, windsurfing, snowboarding. Red Bull customers are predominantly young males. This combination of Red Bull, energy drink and sports creates a whole experience associated with Red Bull lifestyle and not simply the product or its functional value for Red Bull customer. This enables Red Bull to charge higher price for its product. Product displayed on Pinterest are form of experiential selling. The popularity of product which is based on visual appeal is voted on by the community. A post on Pinterest is often surrounded by similar posts of same category which fosters unique discovery appeal to the Pinterest user. Today, retailers are no longer selling product. They are in tug of war to win the heart of customers. Experiential selling presents a major step towards achieving that. You can differentiate yourself from your competitor and forge a direct bond with your customers by providing a holistic experience. Friends, share your views in comment section below. Where have you noticed application of experiential selling business model or any variant of this business pattern? Looking forward to your views.